Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, folks, as the calendar has turned to the month of August, and it's hard to believe that summer is this far along, but the fishing action has slowed down somewhat. I think the number of fishermen that are going out has slowed a little bit as well, so keep that in mind. People that went out this week, again, the results were really sporadic, depending on the location, depending on the day, and depending on how the weather cooperated. But it does look like this week's weather now is going to kind of calm down and cool down a little bit, and hopefully that will turn the fish back on in many locations. But up in the northeastern part of the state, guys are coming away with some nice fish, especially up in the Waubay and the Bitter areas. Especially Bitter, it seems like a lot of the nicer fish have been caught this past week in deeper water. But guys are still coming away with some nice fish that are fishing the shallows up there. And then Waubay continues to do well, not only for the walleyes, but also for the white bass if you're interested in them. Other lakes include Indian Springs, Dry Lake by Clark, Reeds, Opitz, Pius, Lange, as well as Goose Lake, just southwest of Watertown. All have been producing fish, depending on the day in those locations. And then down the southeast part of the state, the fishing seems to get a little bit more tough or difficult, shall we say. Some of the lakes that produced fish this past week included Thompson, Poinsett, 81 Ponds, George and Henry WPAs that were producing fish from shore, especially in the late afternoon and evening hours. Other lakes include Twin, the trophy lake north of Humboldt, as well as Dry up by Willow Lake. A few walleyes are being caught at Sinai and Oakwood, but again emphasize the word few. Guys that are fishing Thompson are all having luck from boat as well as from the old ham grade, especially during the evening hours. Now, what have guys been using to catch the walleyes? It really seems like guys that are having the best luck are using crankbaits or spinners right along the weed edge. Slow death rigs have worked really well along the weed edge in some of those lakes. Otherwise, guys casting plugs, casting jigs into the weeds, coming away with some really nice fish. So keep that in mind. Stop by here to get your jigs, your swim baits, and your rigs for whatever you need. Well, kind of a mixed bag as far as results for Perch is concerned this past week. Guys have had some decent luck at Poinsett as well as Big Stone. The perch have been anywhere from, let's say, 8 to 12 inches up at Poinsett and about, let's say, 8 to 10, 8 to 11 at Big Stone. Other lakes include Thompson as well as Bitter. And what have guys been using for the perch? Right now it's been a lot of waxworms and maggots, and we have plenty of those on hand here at the store. If you're looking for bluegill, Enemy Swim and Pahoja seem to be the two lakes that have been producing some really nice bluegill lately. And then as far as the crappie bite is concerned, Thompson and Pickerel seem to be doing well at those locations. And the guys up at Thompson have been pulling plugs, honestly, and getting the crappies that way, or pulling spinners, so keep that in mind as well. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift card. So remember, take the photo and send it to me. And then, speaking of that, last month's winner is Clint Bashor. Clint, stop on by here at the store to pick up your $25 gift card. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to bring your attention to a few things that bring you up to date on a few things taking place here at the store. Our sales continue on line counters as well as catfish combos. Plus this next week we're going to have select sales on some reels here at the store. So make sure you stop on by. Also, it does look like leech season is coming to a close. We're hoping to get a few more leeches this week, but no promises, so keep that in mind as well. Well, folks, that's this week's 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on. We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.